Arts Institute for his first time. Please welcome Blayne Weaver.
Okay, well, thank you so much for having me here. I just want to say briefly how awesome it is to be here at Quartz Mountain. You guys have a great setup here, and say thank you to the kids in the film department. They're awesome. There's nothing I can do with you guys, okay? You're awesome. And my two people in my film department, Alan Bowe, who have been helping me do all the technical things that maybe I'm not that good at. Thanks, guys. Yay! But I did want to say that I live in Los Angeles, and you know, it's quite the rat race out there, and it's very rare that anything is set up to celebrate art. You know, art comes hand in hand with commerce in Los Angeles, and I think it's really an amazing thing what we're doing here. Everybody, you know, it's like we're here to get better at making art, and I think we should all be really proud of that. So I'm happy to be here. That's so really quickly, I'm just going to tell you a little bit about me and how I come to be here, and then we'll watch the movie, and then afterwards, if you have any questions about the movie or me or anything, I'll be here and we'll talk about it. But like I said, I live in Los Angeles, but I'm from Bossier City, Louisiana. Not too far from here. No way. But I had a kind of weird trip to becoming a filmmaker. When I was in high school, your age, 16, 17, I was in theater and an actor, and I started driving to Dallas, Texas, which had a film community of sorts there at the time. And totally randomly, I picked a couple of TV movies as a high school student. And went to Australia to shoot one, and then the next one I went to Texas, and I played like Matt Damon's brother. Yeah, I know, right? But it was a really cool experience, and it got me to go to New York, and I studied acting there, and then I studied in Oxford for a hot second, some Shakespeare, and then I came to LA, and I was acting out there doing stuff like a guest star on ER and JAG, and all these little jobs that you do to kind of try to get the momentum going, right? And it came to pass that I wasn't booking the jobs that I wanted to book, and I felt the scripts were kind of lacking, so I wrote a script. I wrote a movie with another guy called Manic. Not the guy wasn't called Manic, the movie was called Manic. But we ended up getting that movie made independently for about $500,000, and Don Cheadle ended up starring in it, and Joseph Gordon-Levitt, and Zoe Deschanel. Yeah, it's they were amazing, and it was kind of a launch of my writing career. So all of a sudden, I'm an actor and a writer. So okay, so I was writing, and I had a kind of a bad experience on Manic because I didn't like the director, and I thought I can do that way better. So then I started directing, and I did a short that is online somewhere, and if you want a good laugh, you might check it out because it's called Losing Lois Lane, and I play a depressed Superman who can't motivate to get off the couch after Lois Lane dumps him. So it's if you want to see me in tights, yeah, check it out. Yeah, thank you. But that movie led me to was making some money acting then, blah, 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 and I bought a house, and then I sold the house to finance my first movie, which I wouldn't be here now if I hadn't have made that big risk that initially didn't pay me back for quite a while. But from that movie, I met the actress who's in this, named Trisha O'Kelly, and she's on a TV show called The New Adventures of Old Christine. And she wanted to do a movie, and she loved my new script, and so we partnered together and raised money and made Weather Girl. And we did all the cast in this movie. They worked for nothing. They did it because they believed in the project. And this hit 10 theaters across the country less than a year ago. So, and I just finished my next movie. So I think it's a real testament to believing in yourself and making the bet on you as an artist. I'm bringing it back to the artist thing. See how I did that? It's called a callback. Anyways, I really hope you guys like the movie, and like I said, I'll be here afterwards. Okay, thank you.
Tour summer camps with this movie, because that went over pretty good.
was a great screening. Well, I guess, do you have any questions? I don't, that's the movie. Yeah. Yeah. Dale? He wasn't Freaky Friday. Yeah, Dale is played by Mark Harmon, who's most famous for NCIS. Mark Harmon is actually just like Gibbs. I don't know, you people that watch the show, he's like the toughest human being I've ever met in my life. But he's a great guy. But I know him from summer school. I'm dating myself a little bit right there. But when I was a teenager, he was in a really funny movie called Summer School, and I realized that he hadn't done a comedy since then. Like, really, I mean, Freaky Friday, I didn't actually see. I'm not really in the market for that movie. But when we were trying to cast that part, we wanted a name to help sell the movie. So our casting director, we walked into this room, and this is a real experience. There's headshots of all of these famous dudes on the floor, you know? And the casting director's like, what do you think? You know, and we looked at all these really great actors and stuff, and I'm like, Mark Harmon, he's never done this. He'd be great in this. And he was really good in The West Wing. I don't know if you guys watch The West Wing, but he was a really cool, like, Secret Service guy that, you know, talks fast banter, and I write fast banter, and I just thought he was perfect. And Trisha, the girl who starred in the movie and played Sylvia, was my producing partner. So we together raised the money, and we're basically the responsible parties. So we were the ones that went on and made offers and stuff, and he wanted to meet us for coffee or whatever to see if he wanted to do the movie. And that's a scary moment, by the way, walking into a coffee shop and, you know, Mark Harmon sitting there reading your script. That's kind of a big deal. But I walked in, and this is funny to me because I did an episode of NCIS, sorry. I did an episode of NCIS like 3 years ago as an actor, and I was there for one day, and I think I had like a 2-minute conversation with Harmon, and we walked in, and he's like, Trisha, pleasure to meet you. He's like, Blayne, good to see you again, man. I'm like, you don't remember me, man. But he's a real gentleman and a really good actor, I think. Like, if you met him and you saw him do this character, because he's really much cooler than that. Anybody else? Oh, yes. Well, the journey of this script is kind of strange to me. I wrote it in a time where I was, I just made my last movie and we got a distribution deal, but it didn't really pay much, so I was in crazy debt in the first movie, and I was waiting tables at night, and during the day I would write, and I was just trying to write a script to sell. You know, my agent was like, I need a script, I'm writing a script. So I wrote this movie, and I wrote most of it, you know, just like, things just came to me. It was, oh, this is another thing. It was supposed to rain the entire movie. That was part of one of the gags, one of the themes that I wanted, that it rains the whole time except for when they're outside and they're getting along, and then they meet the two friends, and then it starts raining again. That was a theme that I wanted, that I thought was a cute little directing thing. And in Seattle, it rains a lot, so that was the reason we did that. And we didn't know if we would have the money to actually go to Seattle and get those exteriors, so we kept putting it off. Finally we go, we set it we check the 10-day forecast, it's pouring, it's in the middle of January, it's perfect, we get there, you've never seen a more beautiful day. Like, it was hot, you know, and we had to CGI the sky because there wasn't a cloud in it, you know, so that was really irritating. But that's the reason it was in Seattle, because I wanted a movie where it was always dark and bleak, and, you know, so. All right, one more question. Where are we at? Yeah. Yes, there was. The great thing, the reason we cast the two boys is just because of they were just unbelievably charming, and their chemistry, you know, and their chemistry with Trisha. They actually both auditioned for Byron, and we kept going back and forth, being like, no, like, this guy has this, but this guy has this, and then we realized all the time that Ryan was Walt. So when we put them in a room together, though, they just played. I mean, to be honest, the reason the movie is rated R is because, you know, of the improv. You know, because they would, and there's two ways to do improv, as I'm sure our expert will tell us. You know, there's the way that forwards the script, and there's the way that takes the place of the script. you know. And these guys, they liked the script. So what they do is they just accentuate it, you know. They'll add little buttons, or they'll change the meaning, or they'll change the words but keep the meaning, but keep it real and light and fun. Like, you can tell they're having a great time up there, you know. And that's what good actors do. So anyways, yes, there was a lot of improvisation. But that's it. So thank you so much.